How can you get an ex back who wants nothing to do with you? She's completely over it. She's completely over you. She doesn't want to talk to you. She doesn't want to be around you. She doesn't want to see you. She doesn't want to think of you. It's finished. It's over. She wants nothing to do with you. Tip number 1. Understand why she wants nothing to do with you. When a woman doesn't want anything to do with her ex-man anymore, it's usually because she can see that he hasn't yet changed. He's still essentially the same guy. He still doesn't understand how to attract her in the ways that are important to her. He is still going to make the same sort of mistakes if she were to get back with him, and nothing really has changed. He's trying to get her back without really having changed much, if at all. Another example is that she is turned off by his post-breakup approach to her. For example, he texted her way too much. He was begging and pleading for another chance. He was trying to explain himself via text and get her to understand his point of view. He didn't really understand the real reasons why she had broken up with him and was trying to get her back for reasons that she didn't even care about, and so on. Another example is that she was turned off by his behavior, attitude, or actions during the relationship. For example, he may have been nervous in social situations. He may have made her feel more dominant than him in the relationship. He wasn't manly enough. She felt cooler than him. He made her feel stupid or worthless. He treated her disrespectfully, but expected her to be nice to him all the time. He was too giving and ended up making her feel like she was too good for him, and so on. So understanding why she doesn't want anything to do with you really comes down to you understanding what turned her off during the relationship, what turned her off after the relationship, and what she may be feeling about you now. For example, if she feels like you haven't even changed but are trying to get her back, then she's not going to want anything to do with you. It's going to feel unfair to her that you're asking for another chance, even though you can't really offer her what she actually wants in a relationship. For example, if a guy got broken up with because she felt more dominant than him and he wasn't manly enough for her, she isn't going to want to be with him if he's not willing or able to change that and become a more masculine man in his thinking, behavior, and actions. Another example is where a guy was too neutral in the relationship, and as a result there really wasn't much of a spark between him and his woman. He treated her more like a friend or a buddy, and the excitement died out of the relationship. If she feels like he still hasn't changed his approach or is unwilling to change and be a more attractive, appealing person to her, then she's not going to feel motivated to want to get back with him. So if your ex wants nothing to do with you, the first thing that you really have to do is understand why. When you understand why, you can then make the correct changes. For example, if a guy doesn't understand his woman's real reasons why she dumped him, then he may offer her things that she doesn't really even care about. For example, if the guy was too emotionally sensitive and insecure in the relationship, she will want him to change that about himself and interact with her and be a much more confident and emotionally masculine guy. She will then see that he has changed in the ways that are important to her. However, if he doesn't understand that and says things like, I'll treat you better, I'll do whatever you want, just tell me what you want me to do and I'll do it, things will be different, what you and I have is special, we can't throw it away, we experienced so many good memories together, I love you, you mean so much to me, and so on, then she's not going to be impressed by that. That isn't the reason why she has been turned off by him and why she doesn't feel motivated to get back with him. So it's really important that you understand why she doesn't want anything to do with you. Number 2, accept that she broke up with the old you. The man that you were when she broke up with you isn't who you are now. That's one of the really cool things about being a human and being alive in this universe. Nothing ever stays the same. It's always changing. As a human, you're either changing in the right direction or in the wrong direction. While watching this video now, you're changing in the right direction. You're learning, you're becoming a better man. Right? So who she broke up with back then isn't who you are now. You've become a better man already, and tomorrow you're going to be an even better man. The next day, and the day after that is going to be the same story. You're going to get better and better and better. You're going to have a clearer understanding of what you actually need to adjust, improve, or change in order to properly re-attract her. You're going to know that, and you're going to start developing into that type of man. Just understand that her feelings about you are based on the old you. including who you have been prior to watching this video. For example, if you've been texting her and trying to work things out via text, then you're doing it wrong. You need to stop doing that. Trying to fix a relationship and get a woman to understand your point of view and make her give you another chance via text rarely, if ever, works. It usually just annoys the woman, it stresses her out, it makes her feel overwhelmed, and she ends up not wanting anything to do with her ex anymore. It's just too stressful to have to interact with him. Likewise, if you have been trying to get her back by using the same old approach to attraction that got you dumped in the first place, then she's not going to want anything to do with you. For example, if you gave her too much power in the relationship and she really didn't like that, and you're continuing to give her too much power as you try to get her back, then she's not going to like that. You need to change your approach and reclaim your position of power. The man needs to be in the one-up position, not the one-down position when it comes to women. It's not about the woman being less important or less valuable or anything like that. It's simply about the masculine-feminine dynamic between a man and a woman. It's best when a man is in the one-up position and the woman is in the one-down position in terms of dominance. Not in terms of importance, not in terms of intelligence, not in terms of value or anything like that. Just that you are in the one-up position in terms of dominance. She looks up to you and respects you as a man. So just understand that she broke up with the old you, not who you are now and not who you will become tomorrow. You're going to become a better man every day from now on. You're going to become more attractive and appealing to her. That is a fact. Tip number 3, level up. It's one thing to know why your ex wants nothing to do with you, and another thing altogether to level up as a man. So you're no longer the type of man that she dumped and left behind. So let's have a look at 4 different examples of leveling up or leveling down. The first example is where a guy got dumped because he was insecure in the relationship. A level down is going to be where he becomes even more insecure. A level up is where he becomes confident. To level up and give her a next level attraction experience, he's going to be confident when he interacts with her. He's no longer going to be displaying the insecurity that got him dumped. His confidence is going to come across in his body language, in his vibe, his attitude, his words, and his behavior. She is going to notice it, and it's going to make her feel a spark of attraction for him. In that particular area, he's going to be offering her a next level attraction experience. Let's have a look at another example. A guy got dumped because he took her for granted. A level down is where he becomes desperately nice. Many guys make this mistake where they haven't been treating their woman well, and when they get dumped for that, they become desperately nice, desperately generous, and desperately loving. As you most likely know, women are not attracted to desperation in men. Women are attracted to confidence and self-belief in a man. So a level up is where the guy is being confident, but he's also being sweet towards her. In other words, he doesn't lose confidence in himself and feel unworthy of her because of how he treated her. Yes, he treated her badly and took her for granted, but it's not something that he needs to now feel unworthy of her because of. He needs to believe that he is worthy of her while also being a sweet guy to her. Being sweet is about essentially being a bit more nice, charming, and loving towards her. For example, if he meets up with her and she's looking very pretty, he can look at her in a very confident way and say, "Oh, look at you today, don't you look beautiful?" rather than feeling unworthy of her and not saying anything at all. The next example is where a guy got dumped because he was too neutral in the relationship. In other words, there wasn't really much of a spark between him and his woman because he treated her more like a friend or a roommate or housemate. A level down is where he continues to be neutral towards her and he's also self-doubting now. So he doesn't feel worthy of her. He has lost confidence in himself. As you may know, women are not attracted to self-doubt and insecurity in men. Women are attracted to confidence and self-belief in a man. So a level up is where he is being confident and charismatic. Being charismatic is essentially about confidently allowing your true personality to come through without being on guard, without putting on an act. So when a guy interacts with his ex-woman and he's being more confident and charismatic, she is going to feel a spark with him. She's going to find him much more appealing than the old neutral version of himself. Another example is where a guy got dumped for being too soft in the relationship. So he was a bit too much of a wimp. He allowed her to push him around. He didn't really know how to dominate her or take the lead in the relationship. He was a bit too much of a softie. A level down is where he continues to be soft, and now he's also self-doubting. He doesn't believe that he's worthy of her. A level up is where he becomes emotionally masculine and ballsy. For example, he meets up with his ex-woman for coffee. After they order coffee and the waiter goes away, he might look at her and say, "Hey, you realize you're paying for the coffee today, right? It's all on you. And I want you to buy me a cake as well." He will say that with a smile on his face. She will most likely be shocked that he has the balls to say something like that and won't know whether or not he's joking. He can then laugh and say, "I'm just kidding. I'll take care of the bill." And then get on with talking about something else. She will see that, wow, he really has changed. He has leveled up. He's no longer the softy or the wimp that she dumped. He has already improved. He has already leveled up. She now has something to feel attracted to him about. Tip number 4. Make her feel a renewed sense of respect and attraction for the new and improved you. Where so many guys go wrong is that they reach out to their ex-woman when they're not even ready to properly re-attract her. So he contacts her and she experiences the same types of things about him that turned her off before. For example, he gives her too much power when they communicate, he's not manly enough, he doesn't have the balls to put her back in her place in a dominant but loving way, he doesn't really know how to flirt with her and create sexual tension. So she ends up feeling bored, she ends up feeling turned off, and she doesn't feel motivated to want to get back with him. What you need to understand is that whether you cut off contact for 3 days, 7 days, 20 days, 30 days, or whatever, you must use the time apart to rapidly improve your ability to attract her. You have to get ready to create a spark when you interact with her. You got to be able to make her feel something for you. That is the most important thing of all. When you make a woman feel respect, attraction, and love, she goes from not wanting anything to do with you to feeling drawn to you, to opening back up to you, to wanting to hug you, to wanting to be kissed by you and have sex with you. Unfortunately, what some guys do is that they contact their ex-girlfriend or wife and they talk to her in a neutral way. So the guy's talking to her just like a friend. He's not really doing anything to make her feel attracted. He's not flirting with her to create sexual tension, and there's just nothing there. There's nothing to make her feel motivated to want to get back with him, so she doesn't get back with him. Other guys make the mistake of contacting their ex-woman and seeming to display a lack of confidence in themselves now. The guy is doubting that she would want anything to do with him. He feels like he's unworthy of her now because of what she said about him, and he just doesn't convey confidence and belief in himself. As you may know, when it comes to picking up women, being in a relationship, or getting your ex back, you must be confident. It is an absolutely essential ingredient for success with women. Women do not want to reward insecurity and self-doubt with sex, love, and devotion. A woman's natural instinct is to reward confidence and self-belief with sex, love, and devotion. So if you interact with your ex-woman again, you have to convey that belief in yourself. You have to be confident, regardless of what she has said to you and about you. She may have said to you that she doesn't love you anymore, she doesn't want anything to do with you, and that you're a horrible ex-boyfriend or ex-husband, she regrets spending time with you, and so on. You have to put all that stuff to the side and not focus on it. If you focus on the way that she has been behaving, then you're most likely not going to feel very confident about yourself. If you're not being confident when you're interacting with her, then she's not going to be able to respect you and feel attracted to you. So make sure that you are confident when you interact with her. If you do that, she will go from not wanting anything to do with you to wanting something to do with you. She will naturally feel attracted to you again. She will feel drawn to you. She will feel like she has to give you another chance, otherwise she's going to be thinking about you and missing you and potentially regretting you as being the one that got away. Now, the same rules apply if a guy is a very confident, masculine guy, or if he's a nerdy guy and got dumped because he was too soft or insecure with his woman. When you display traits that are universally attractive to women, they feel attraction for you. A woman can literally go from not wanting anything to do with you to feeling attracted to you and feeling drawn to you again. This also applies regardless of what race or nationality a guy is. Women all over the world feel attracted to certain personality traits and behaviors in men. If your ex-woman doesn't want anything to do with you, you can literally change how she feels. You can interact with her and make her feel a renewed sense of respect and attraction for you. You can make her go from not wanting anything to do with you to feeling attracted to you, drawn to you, and worried that if she doesn't give you another chance, she's going to regret you as being the one that got away. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this video and learned something from it. If you'd like to learn more, I recommend that you watch my program, Get Your Ex Back Super System. When you watch the program, you will learn the quickest, easiest, and most effective way to get a woman back. This applies even if she currently doesn't want anything to do with you. Additionally, if she has blocked you on social media and blocked your phone, there are proven techniques in my program that you can use to get her to unblock you and open back up to you again. You can then get her to meet up with you, you can re-attract her, you can hook up with her sexually and get her back into a relationship. Other guys have done it and you can do it too. One final point that I want to make in this video is that women don't always stick to what they say. When a woman is feeling angry about something, she might say very harsh words. She might say, "I hate you and I never want anything to do with you again." However, when she's feeling attracted and she's laughing and feeling good around the guy that she said that about, she will then say things like, "I like you, you've changed, we should hang out again," and things like that. Of course, a woman can stick to what she has said about something and what she has decided. However, it's important to understand that when a decision is made based on emotion, that decision can be changed. Her decision to break up with you was based on not feeling the emotions of respect, attraction, and love for you anymore. However, you can make her feel respect, attraction, and love for you again. When you make her feel that, her thinking changes. She starts looking at you in a different way. She opens back up to you and you can then get her back. So be confident in yourself. Know that you can take control of the situation. It might feel like she has control because she says, "I don't want anything to do with you anymore," and so on. However, that's based on the emotion she was feeling when she broke up with you. It's not based on what she will be thinking and deciding when you make her feel respect, attraction, and love for you again. She will soften up and open back up to you. She will want to give you another chance because of the respect, attraction, and love that she's now feeling for you. You're giving her a next level attraction experience. You really have changed and improved. Now when you interact with her, she feels completely different. It's a new and exciting type of respect, attraction, and love that she never felt for you before. As a result, she goes from not wanting anything to do with you to wanting something to do with you. Other guys all around the world have done it and you can do it too. So be confident and go and get her back.